I was living on 159th Street between Broadway and Amsterdam. Me and my friends, we had this big party, and we stayed up late, and I went to bed. And at that point in my time in my life, I was with the music business, and I was commuting from New York City to New Jersey. The office was in New Jersey. So I went home, went to sleep, woke up, and my pager was going off for work. And when I turned on the TV, it was like this was about 10 o'clock in the morning. The buildings already fell down. Already, and I woke up and just mad craziness. You hear all kind of sirens and all kind of emergency stuff. And I live right around the corner from Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. That's in New York City. It was maybe 4 blocks away from the hospital. And they basically said, and I was watching the planes go into the buildings. I'm like, is this crazy? This must be a movie. And people were just telling me, yo, we're being attacked. There was just a plane hit DC. It was just all craziness. So I went back upstairs. I tried to make phone calls, but all the phones were jammed. There was a big thing that came across the TV. It said, if you have any rescue or you have any medical experience, because that was such a tragedy, they called out help for the community. So I was like, okay. I went to the nearest hospital, Columbia Presbyterian. They interviewed me, and they sent me and a couple other people to the fire department. That's two blocks away from where I live on 161st Street. So we went there. We got rescue equipment. We got gear. They needed to for people to answer calls uptown Manhattan because all the resources had already went down to. So they didn't want to send all the fire departments all the way from uptown all the way downtown. They already was bringing them from Brooklyn and Queens and all the lower Manhattan, all the way up to like Harlem on 125th. So we stayed there to answer the calls, and we were just in shock because now firefighters are coming up. Now we're getting ready to relieve the firefighters that's been there since 9 o'clock in the morning. So we got ready for rescue. We got ready for rescue, and we got ready to save people. And we got there. We headed down there about 5 o'clock in the afternoon to go down there and relieve. It was us and a group of other firefighters and people who were in the emergency medical service or nurses or doctors. And we went down there to do rescue, and the only thing that they gave us was those paper masks, and it was just the worst thing you can ever imagine in your life that you saw in my own eyes, that I actually seen ever before in my life. It was just mad confusion, mad chaos, and there was a lot of down. It was so much body parts and so much destruction all over. Matter of fact, I was there. It was so messed up that something inside me told me to leave. I left ground zero at 11:30 the next morning. The terrible thing about it was we was there. We thought it was a lot of injured people. Everybody was dead. Everybody was dead. Everybody was. It was dead. There was nobody to help, and that was the crazy thing about it. We got all these resources. We got all of these people coming from all over the places. I only thought there was only 4 piles. Like when I was there, it was so big. I didn't even know how enormous this, when you was down there, and you're seeing these 4 piles, you're thinking like, okay, but no, it was like 4 times bigger. It was like 12 piles. I found out the next day it was 12 piles. Like, it was so much debris. The task that they gave me was, they gave me pink ribbons, and I had to go around and tie a pink ribbon around every piece of every body part that I had seen. That was my job. And after a while, that's when I just said, I want to go home. It was just like, I just seen enough. Like, I see, in doing what I do, I see a lot of devastation and destruction and dead people. But at this time, this really got to me. Subway that was going uptown. It was free at the time, and there was a lot of people still out. I was covered in white, down from the head to the toes, and I remember that was just a peaceful ride going uptown. And I got off, and I was just shocked. I should have got counseling. I'm gonna be honest with you. I should have got counseling, but I didn't get counseling. I thought I could handle it, and thought that I could do it on myself, and it turned out that I didn't.
Does it stay with you now?
Oh, it always. Most of the time, I try to put it away. one thing I could remember hearing all the time that was going off, that I was always hear now when I fight fires now, we have this pass device, and it makes a noise. If you don't move, like in 60 seconds, it goes off, and it's a distinctive sound. And all the time, every time I hear that sound, even when I use it now, it always brings me flashbacks, because a lot of those pass devices were going off while we were looking for those people, because they were underneath the debris, all the firefighters underneath there, and that's bugged me. It bugged me every time that we found a firefighter. We all hold hands and we prayed, and most of the night was putting people into body bags, into refrigerators that they brought down. That was overwhelming, but we did hear of a couple of people like being trapped and in voids, and that were survived. But we were just shouting, "Hey!" in all the voids and all of there's so much sharp metal debris, and so many all of the piles and all the steel beams that you had to walk across to get to. It was just really hazardous, just even doing what we did. But you didn't care about that, you know. You just wanted to go help someone and see what you could do and see if anybody was stuck, because you just saw that, you know, there's a group of people out here like myself, and that's what we thrive on. That's what motivates us. That's what gets us going every day, is being able to be trained and skillfully help others in a time of need. When that alarm goes off, we all stop what we're doing. We could be doing anything. We stop what we're doing and put away time out of life to go help our neighbor out or go help another person in the community. And a lot of us do it for free. I'm a paid EMT. And that's what I do. That's how I make a living. But I'm a volunteer firefighter. So when I'm home watching TV, MSNBC or whatever, and the alarm goes off, I stop what I'm doing, because there's an accident, people are trapped or something. I stop what I'm doing and go respond out and to apply my skills and help other people in the community.
Did you ever think about not wanting to do it again?
No, I got out of it for a while, but that was before 9/11. But it's something that, you know, that you have in a person. It's like, you know, it's just something that you have inside you. Either you got it or you don't. And some people, and the only way to find out is if you actually do it.